Breaking news. Putin claims that Russia will spend $1.9 trillion on Ukrainian territory that it has seized. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced plans to invest $1.9 trillion, roughly $20 billion, over the next 2.5 years into the 4 regions of Ukraine that Moscow annexed last year. Moscow does not have full control over any of the regions, and the unilateral annexation has been condemned by the majority of countries in the United Nations and the Ukrainian government. In Russia, $1 is equivalent to 95.5020 rubles. The headline has been updated to reflect the correct figure of 1 trillion, not 1 billion, as Russia's offensive in Ukraine enters its 19th month. President Vladimir Putin told students on the first day of class on Friday that their country could never be defeated. Putin said, "I understood why we won the Great Patriotic War," referring to World War II, adding, "It is impossible to defeat this kind of nation with this kind of attitude. We thought we could do no wrong. We have become one in the same." Russian President Vladimir Putin addressed the students in a class titled, "Important Conversations." 30 of the best and brightest students in the country got to hear Putin speak. After the Kremlin's attack on Ukraine began, important conversations were implemented to inspire greater loyalty. Lessons on Russian values and the Kremlin's story about Moscow's troops protecting compatriots in Ukraine are taught alongside revisionist histories of World War II. Children in classrooms across Russia have been tasked with creating camouflage nets, candles, and greeting cards for Russian troops in Ukraine. During his speech, Putin stated that Russia would work to ensure security in the 4 regions of Ukraine that the Kremlin unilaterally annexed last year. Russia's exclave of Kaliningrad hosted Putin for the start of the school year last year, where he justified Russia's invasion of Ukraine by saying Russian troops were sent there to protect Russia. Kyiv finally began its anticipated counteroffensive in June, but it has faced significant resistance from well-defended Russian positions. It was the second day of school for children in Russia, Ukraine, and Moscow-occupied parts of Ukraine since the conflict in Ukraine broke out on Friday. Russia and other countries that were once part of the Soviet Union observe NNNI, or Knowledge Day, annually on September 1. Boys and girls put on their best suits and hair bows for the occasion, and parents give flowers to their children's teachers. New textbooks teaching the Kremlin's preferred version of history, especially that surrounding its invasion of Ukraine, will be made available to high school students in Russia and the occupied Ukrainian territories. In addition, beginning with the 2022-2023 school year, students will be required to take part in Important Conversations, a patriotic course. Some say the classes are an attempt to brainwash young Russians into accepting a biased version of events. Images from Knowledge Day celebrations in Russia, Ukraine, and Russian-occupied parts of Ukraine.